In the world of luxury watches, there's a holy trinity, three brands that stand above all others. But this sacred club wasn't created by some ancient guild of watchmakers. It was a survival strategy, invented in the 1970s to save the entire Swiss watch industry from collapse. Today we're breaking down who these brands are, why they command such respect, and most importantly, we're comparing the three iconic steel watches that define the ultimate Trinity collection for any serious collector. If you appreciate deep dives into true luxury, subscribe, like this video, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. The Holy Trinity refers to Patek Philippe, Audemars Piguet, and Vacheron Constantin. The term was coined during the Quartz Crisis, when cheap, accurate watches from Japan nearly wiped out traditional mechanical watchmaking. The Trinity brands had to pivot. They stopped selling time-telling devices and started selling art, heritage, and exclusivity. Membership in this club is unwritten, but it demands three things: a long, uninterrupted history, total mastery of complex watchmaking, and an obsessive commitment to hand-finishing every single component, even the parts you'll never see. While their reputations were built on gold dress watches, today the Trinity is defined by three game-changing steel sports models from the 1970s. First, the watch that started it all, the Audemars Piguet Royal Oak from 1972. Facing bankruptcy, AP's director asked legendary designer Gérald Genta to design a totally new steel watch, and he needed the sketch by the next morning. Genta delivered a masterpiece inspired by a diver's helmet with a bold octagonal bezel, that's the ring around the crystal, held down by 8 exposed screws. At 39mm, it was big for its time. But the biggest shock was the price. It cost more than a gold Patek Philippe dress watch. AP single-handedly created the luxury steel sports watch category, and it saved the company. 4 years later, Patek Philippe responded. They hired the same designer, Gérald Genta, who famously sketched the Nautilus on a napkin in 5 minutes. The inspiration was the porthole of an ocean liner, which you can see in the softer, rounded case shape, and the two distinctive ears on the side. At 40mm wide but just over 8mm thick, it was refined and elegant. With a simple, horizontally embossed dial, the Nautilus became a cultural phenomenon, with demand so high it became almost mythical before it was discontinued and updated. The last of the Trinity to enter the race was Vacheron Constantin. Their contender is the Overseas. Many assume Genta designed this too, but its ancestor was actually designed in 1977 by a young Jörg Hisek. The modern Overseas, which was relaunched in 2016, truly hit its stride. The design is built around the brand's Maltese cross logo, which you can see in the 6-sided bezel. While the Royal Oak is the icon and the Nautilus is the hype king, the Overseas is the practical connoisseur's choice. It has the best water resistance of the three at 150 meters, and it features an ingenious quick-change strap system, letting you swap from a steel bracelet to rubber or leather straps without any tools. It's the most versatile of the bunch. So how do you buy one? For most people, you don't. At least not from a boutique. The manufacturer's suggested retail price has become almost fictional. There are no real wait lists for the steel Royal Oak or Nautilus. Instead, you give an expression of interest, and the dealer decides who gets a watch. That decision is based almost entirely on your purchase history. You're often expected to spend 6 figures on other, less popular models just to be considered for the one you want. Even then, a 5 to 8 year wait is not uncommon. This is why the vast majority of these watches trade on the grey market, a network of independent dealers selling authentic, often unworn watches. You can have one tomorrow, but you'll pay a massive premium for it. For example, the steel Patek Nautilus retailed for around $30,000, but consistently sold for over $100,000 on the secondary market. The Royal Oak can command prices of $40,000 or more over its retail price of around $29,000. The Vacheron Constantin Overseas is the most accessible. It often trades much closer to its retail price, making it a relative bargain in this category. As always, this information is for context, not financial advice. Is the Trinity still untouchable? The debate is constant. The biggest challenger is the German brand, A. Lange and Söhne. Many collectors argue its movement finishing is superior to the Swiss Trinity. But purists disqualify it for two reasons. It's German, not Swiss, and its history was interrupted for 40 years during the Cold War. Then there's Rolex. Why isn't the biggest luxury watch brand in the world in the Trinity? It comes down to philosophy. The Trinity is about hand-finished artistry. Rolex is the pinnacle of the mass-produced industrial tool watch, engineered for durability, not decoration. Including Rolex would be like comparing a handcrafted sculpture to a high-performance engine. So to recap the three most important points. First, the Holy Trinity is a modern marketing concept, not an ancient truth, created to sell artistry when they could no longer compete on price. Second, the modern Trinity collection is defined by three legendary steel sports watches: the rule-breaking Royal Oak, the iconic Nautilus, and the versatile Overseas. And third, the extreme difficulty of buying these watches at retail has created a powerful secondary market where their true value is decided by pure supply and demand. The choice is yours, and you can only pick one to wear for the next 5 years. The Audemars Piguet Royal Oak, the Patek Philippe Nautilus, or the Vacheron Constantin Overseas. Which one are you taking and why? Let me know in the comments.